Hey, my friends, I'm so glad to see you. Welcome back. Today we have a great video on strengthening your core because how many of us have a weak core? It's very easy to get a weak core. If you aren't intentional about training it, it happens, but it's so essential to being able to move freely without pain, right? Especially your lower back. So let's get started. So if you have any challenges getting on the floor, I need you to go to your bed. But so you can do some of these on your bed. And if not, you're going to need a chair and access to a floor. Or if you don't want to do a chair, your kitchen counter, a table, something like that. Because what I want you to do is not aggravate your back today. We're going to strengthen your back and not aggravate your back. But before we start any exercises, I just want to make sure your lower back is loosened up a little bit. So let's do a quick lower back stretch. We're going to start with the feet a little bit shoulder wider than your hips, and then you're just going to lean forward in that chair. Let your head drop to your chin to your chest. If you don't feel a stretch and you want to wrap your biceps around your calves and pull your lower back closer to the floor, you can, or your chest closer to the floor, you can. I just want to make sure your lower back is stretched out just a little bit before we start. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. And now let's do a different lower back stretch just to see. Sometimes if your glutes are tight, you'll have lower back tension. So we'll cross your right ankle over your left knee. For those who struggle with that, you can always go to less of a bend in the knee, and then just gently pull your shoe towards you, and then push your knee away and lean forward, and that'll help get that same kind of stretch. But for those who can do crossed ankle, let's do that. Just lean forward, driving your elbow into your knee. And this is a nice little glute stretch here. Because the piriformis, if it's tight, then it'll pull on your SI joint and that can cause pain. And then we're going to take your knee to your opposite shoulder and just hang out here for a little bit. Oh boy. Now for those who are having that knee cross, I just want you to twist in your chair. So if your leg is lower, you can twist in your chair this way, just trying to sit nice and tall as you twist. Oh. So let's go with 3, 2, and 1. We'll switch legs. Crossing ankle over knee. Drive that elbow into the inside of your knee, and then lean forward. Oh, so nice. Feels so good. For those who need, who need that help, just cross over and then pull your heel towards your knee. And now what we're going to do is take your knee to your opposite shoulder, and hopefully this is relieving some tension in your lower back. I hope between all these 3 different stretches here. Oh man, I love these stretches. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, cool. So hopefully your lower back feels a little bit looser. We're going to do one more stretch before we go to some core work. So hands on a chair, a tabletop, whatever, a desk, and we're just going to let your head fall between your shoulders, sticking those hips out. And if you want to twist your hips side to side, you can. It should not be a lot through the back of your knees, so if you need to bend your knees, so it's not in your knees, the back of your knees, go ahead. And this, you might feel a stretch here, you might not. Okay, good. Let's do some core. You guys ready? Because a lot of times being in a plank on the floor on your forearms or your hands can be aggravate your lower back. We're going to do it off of a chair, a kitchen counter, a desk. So palms on the chair and a nice straight line from the top of your head down through your heels. So you don't want to have saggy hips like this. That causes lower back pain. But you also don't want your core to not work by having those hips too far up. So we're just going to hang out here. And that's what, drive your belly button into your spine. Squeeze your glutes. That'll help protect your lower back. Like pretend someone's tickling you. So you really tighten up your core. And we're going to hang out here for another 10, 9, 8, 7. Hopefully you feel your abs working. 4, 3, 2, and done. Good. We're going to do 3 sets of that, and then we're going to the floor. All right. So let's go. Here we go. 30 seconds. Pretend someone's tickling you. Squeeze your glutes. Tuck your hips, like do a little pelvic tilt so it'll engage your abs even more. The whole core should be feeling like it's working. Doing good. Eyes at the wall in front of you. We're not looking down. We're not looking up. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Good. Okay, take a little break. Hopefully your lower back feels good. You're getting some core work without strain in your lower back. Yeah? Great. Yeah? Okay, one more time. Tuck those hips, pelvic tilt, squeeze those glutes. Pretend someone's tickling you. Good. Oh, having fun. Hopefully you feel like your core is working though. Yeah? Hopefully. Give me a thumb. No, don't give me a thumbs up. You have to have your hands on the chair or your table. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, good. Awesome. I'm going to move this chair out of the way. And let's go to the floor. We're going to start on your back. And all I want you to do is a pelvic tilt. That pelvic tilt is so important. So if you have like an arch in your lower back, push your hips to the ceiling and push all of your lower back into the floor. I want you to use your abs to push your lower back into the floor and not your quads. You're not trying to push through your legs to get your lower back in the floor. Okay, so if this is a challenge for you, let me know because I don't know. I don't know if it is or not, and I need to know these things. Okay, please let me know. Even send me a DM in Messenger or something so I know. Okay, so you're not trying to push through your feet. Using your abs to pelvic tilt. Pretend someone's tickling you so that you are tightening up your core. And we're going to hang out here. This is the starting position for the next 3 exercises that we're going to do. Okay, so first off, we're going to go to a dead. So first off, we're going to go to a dead bug. So pull those knees over your hips. Okay, so we're not too far out here because that puts lower back pressure. So you need to keep those knees like in the center of your body. Knees over hips, your entire lower back is still on the floor. So if this is a challenge to keep your lower back on the floor, then what I want you to do instead is keep that lower back on the floor with your feet planted. And we're just going to alternate leg raises, nice and slow. What we're going to do first from this pelvic tilt is we're just going to alternate leg raise. So keeping your knee bent, keeping your lower back flat on the floor, all you're going to do is bring your knee over your hip and then set it back down. Knee over hip, set it back down. So we're going really slow so that your core has to work. Okay, so we're building core strength right now. If or when you start feeling your quads working, stop, relax, come out of that pelvic tilt, give your body a break, and then go back into it. So push the lower back into the floor and alternate leg raise. So we're just going to do 10 each leg here. Keep the belly button, even the small, like your tailbone, off of the floor. That you have to have such a deep pelvic tilt that even your tailbone is off the floor. So if this is too much, like your abs are on fire, take a break, or you're feeling fatigue in your lower abs, take a little break and then come back into it. Okay, so let's do, here's 10, 9, good. It's 8, you really got to concentrate on keeping that lower back flat in the floor. You have to concentrate, and you're not trying to, so by the way, relax your shoulders, relax your neck, because everything wants to help your core, right? We got to try to just keep it in your core. So keep that lower back flat in the floor, tailbone off the floor. Let's do one more, I think. I lost count. Good. Okay. You need to shake it out, shake out those legs, maybe those hamstrings. Everything wants to help your core, right? And maybe a lower back stretch. So bring your knees to your chest. Okay, good. Now we're going to progress that movement. So if that was easy for you in your core and you want to try something harder, we're going to go to a bird dog. All right. So do that pelvic tilt, belly button into your spine, pretend someone is tickling you, tailbone off the floor, relaxing your shoulders. So much to remember. And now we're going to take your knees over your hips. Okay, so your knees over your hips, tailbone off the floor. That makes your abs work more. Now here's your dead bug progression. So we're going to go hands over chest, knees over hips, keeping your tailbone off the floor, lower back pressed into the floor. Going to extend your right arm and your left leg. And then you're going to come back to center. And then you're going to switch left arm and right leg. Come back to center. So we're just going to alternate nice and slow. We don't rush through these because then your core doesn't have to work as hard. By going slow, your core has to work. So keep that lower back flat in the floor because the tendency is going to want for it to come off as you extend your arm and leg away from your center line of your body. So we want to keep that core nice and tight. Tailbone is still off the floor. Neck relaxed. Inhale, exhale when you come back to center. Inhale away, exhale back to center. Good. So now if you're starting to feel your quads or maybe your hip flexors, take a break and come back into it. Relax it all down and then come back into it. We're almost done. So let's do 2 more each leg. Good. Good. All right. Excellent. Relax that down. Cool. We're going to do one more. It hopefully will feel good in your lower back, like a little lower back stretch, but it's also great for some oblique and some more of some abs. So your hands are going to be in a T position and your knees are over your hips, tailbone off the floor. Pretend someone is tickling you so your core is nice and tight. The goal is to try to keep your legs relaxed or your neck relaxed, okay? So what you're going to do is take your knees to the right, and then as you come back to center, scoop your knees to your chin. And then go to the left, and then scoop your knees to your chin. So you're trying to get that tailbone off the floor when you come back to center, okay? And this one always makes me walk down my mat. But we're going nice and slow. So your knees never hit the floor. So go to where you can control the move and then come back to center. So you don't want your knees to touch the floor, but the goal is to get them as close as you can to the floor. Good. Good. So just by squeezing, if your knees can't get very close to your chest, it's okay. By squeezing your knees as close as you can to your chest, you are definitely going to work some good core. Good. We're going to try to relax that neck, and we're going to do one more each side. So belly button to your spine when you come back to center, and well, the whole motion through. Okay, take a little break. Belly button to spine, whole motion through. It's just trying to get your lower back flat in the floor when you come back to center. Okay, Awesome. So one more, and then we're going to do some bird dogs. So pelvic tilt, belly button to spine. This is a different progression from if this was a challenge where your feet were planted and you were just alternating leg lifts, then stay there. If you want to try a slightly different variation, a little bit more challenge, then we're going to bring your knees over your hips. We're going to alternate heel taps. So you're keeping your tailbone off the floor, your lower back in the floor. Pretend someone is tickling you. Doing good. Relaxing your neck as much as you can because I know your neck wants to help. Thanks, neck, except not really. Oh, her body is connected in so many ways. So if you're starting to feel your quads, take a little break, or hip flexors, take a little break. But just an alternating heel tap. And if this is too much, you're starting to feel your lower back, then drop those feet down, do that pelvic tilt, and come back to these. Okay? Doing good. Almost there. Here's 6, 5, 4. Keep that lower back flat. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, we're going to do a bridge. So, pelvic tilt. Your feet are shoulder width apart, or at least hip width apart. Hip is better. Pelvic tilt. Drive that belly button into your spine. So pretend someone's tickling you again. You tighten up your core, and then all you're going to do is push through your glutes and lift your hips. So we're going to hang out here. That's all it is. So this is a lower back strengthener. It's also a glute activator. The stronger your glutes, the less lower back pain you have. So we're keeping our neck in a neutral alignment. So we don't want to push those hips really high. We just want to keep those hips, that pelvic tilt happening and going as high as you can. It's more important to keep the pelvic tilt there than to try to get your hips really high. So let's go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Good. Relax that down. If you need a knee hug, please do. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. So feet hip width apart, pelvic tilt. Pretend someone is tickling you, and now we're going to lift and hold. So trying to drive the weight through your heels or the arch of your foot, not your toes, because you want your glutes and your lower back to be doing the work and not your quads. If you feel a lot of quads, then we need to do a lot of glute activation, which will be in a different video. So here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Having fun yet? 3, 2, and done. Good job. Okay, knee hug. Good. Okay, now we're going to flip over into a bird dog. So, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to extend your right arm and your left leg. So, your hips should stay square. So, you're doing a little pelvic tilt as you're holding this position. Your foot is flexed and your thumb is to the ceiling. Trying to get your arm right by your bicep, or I'm sorry, your bicep right by your ear. I'll get it right. But really focusing on pretending someone is tickling you, even here, and you're tightening up your core as much as you can. So here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Good. Okay, switch inside. So that pelvic tilt. Right leg extends, left arm extends, flex that right foot, thumb to the ceiling, belly button to the spine, and pretend someone is tickling you. So you're really trying to be strong through your core. Bicep by ear. Doing good. Here's 10, 9. Now check your hips. They should be square to the floor. You don't want to be tilting, so you want those hips square. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Good. If you need a child's pose, go ahead and take it. And we're going to do that again. So hands and knees, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, pelvic tilt. Right arm, left leg, right thumb to the ceiling, left leg flexed, bicep by ear, and your hips are square, your core is strong. Nice. Oh, so fun. Bird dogs are so effective. It's amazing. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to switch sides. Right leg, left arm, thumb to the ceiling, right leg, foot flexed, tight core, bicep by ear. Don't forget to breathe. What else should we be reminded of? Oh boy. Okay, you're doing good. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. We're going to do one more, and I'm going to show you a variation so that if that was easy for you, we can make it more challenging so you strengthen your core, right? So we're going back one more time each side. Right arm, left leg, and now we're going to tap the floor and extend to the ceiling. Tap, extend. So, or you can just do that iso hold. You don't have to do any movement. Belly button to spine here. We're not hyperextending through your back. We're trying to keep that spine in neutral alignment as you tap. And your glute will thank you for this. All right, so here's 10, 9, hips square, arm high as you can get it. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Good. Okay, ready for that second side? Right leg, left arm, belly button to spine, pelvic tilt, hip square. Here we go. Tap, lift and tap. But you can also do that iso hold and just hold it steady. Good. So check those hips because the tendency is to want to shift your weight to the left side. We don't want to do that. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Good job. Okay. So, how did that feel? Hopefully good. All right. If that caused fatigue, great. If it was too easy for you, great. Let me know, and we'll do a harder progression next time of how to make it more challenging for your core. Because the goal is to get stronger, right, without getting injured. So let me know. Give me feedback, please, if it was easy, if it was hard. If you felt it, but it wasn't too hard, do this again tomorrow or the next day. Because the nice thing about your core, it wasn't too long, it wasn't really aggressive, and so you can do it again. If you don't want to do it tomorrow, do it the day after. The more you do it, the stronger you get. It's all about consistency, right? Okay, let me know what you need. I'll see you on the next video. Have a good day. Hey, if you got value out of this video, please subscribe and also comment below what else you'd like to see, because this channel is for you, to help you be better in your everyday life. Thanks for subscribing. Tell your friends about it, and we'll see you on the next video.